Hey everybody, it's Cindy here, and today I want to talk to you about trusting yourself. Trusting yourself. I've had some of you give me the feedback that you're struggling with this because of some of the what you call mistakes or wrong turns that you've made in your life have led to, and so you're kind of feeling a lack of confidence because you're not sure you can really trust yourself. And so, bless your hearts. We all have things, remember, that if we had to do them over again, quote unquote, we might do them differently or wish we hadn't said something or maybe would have made a different decision or whatever. And we can look back on our lives with regret, or we can look back and go, okay, that's feedback for me. I didn't like how that went. That's feedback for me, so I know to make a different choice now. So instead of beating yourselves up or thinking it means you can't trust yourself, I'd really challenge you to look back in reflection and go, okay, what didn't I like that happened, or what did work and what didn't? And that's great feedback for me to move forward. Okay, so let's put a positive spin on that. And another thought I have is that, in our cars, we have GPSs, right, or on our phones. That's those maps that we type in an address or we tell it, and it tells us every step to take to get there. It's really handy. I use it all the time. I love that thing. Well, the good news is we have that also inside ourselves. There's a spiritual part of us. There's an intuitive part of each and every one of us. And it gives us clues all the time about whether we're on track or off track, if we're heading in the direction we really want to go that's best for us, or if we're heading in another direction. And it's called our emotional guidance system. Our emotional guidance system. Now, this is the system that's built into us, right? That gives us that gut instinct, that feeling, sometimes of hesitation, or how when you meet somebody and you have kind of a feeling about them right away. Now, you may change your mind about your initial impression of them, but sometimes when we meet someone right off the bat, we just know, I just trust them. I like them. I love them. Aren't they great? I want to be around them. I can't get enough of her. I can't get enough of him, or whatever. But other times we might think, I'm not sure about that person. Or maybe someone presents you with an option, an opportunity to do something or be a part of something or get on a committee or find a new, take another job or something like that. And as you think about those opportunities, those options, and you kind of soak in the logistics about them, your emotional guidance system, if you listen carefully, is trying to give you an answer also of what's best for you. So you may feel kind of some instinctual thoughts about one way or the other. Your stomach might turn funny and knots. You may get a headache. You may feel, super happy and excited. You may just feel like you cannot wait because it feels so right to you. You may feel so aligned with something that you just feel an absolute yes instantly. Or you may, if you believe in this, I don't know, but I believe in signs. Like, I feel like, life will give us signs about things. So anyway, if you listen deeper, listen to the non-noise that is going to give you a sense of what's best to do. Now, I've just recently experienced this, and I want you to hear this little story. So this very weekend, I had an opportunity to go to Nashville, Tennessee, which is a 9-hour car drive from where I live in Lawrence, Kansas, because a girlfriend of mine was going to fly in from England for a conference, and I haven't seen her in 6 years. Love her to death. And another very close, one of my best friends of all, lives in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, like 4 hours drive from Nashville. On the way to Nashville from my house, I have 3 different sets of friends, also, at least, that I always attempt to see when I'm driving that direction. And so I thought, okay, well, cool. I'm gonna reserve this weekend. I'm gonna stop and see all 3 sets of those friends on the way to Nashville, then spend the day and a half or so with my friend Andrea in Nashville, and then go on down to Jill's in Georgia. That was my original thought. Well, and it all sounded good, and I blocked off my calendar and the whole shebang. Well, then Jill ended up, she has family with her this weekend, which is, I love her family. And they're doing a great big garage sale this weekend. And so that they were happy to have me come, but it wouldn't be the typical girls' weekend, although I would have been happy to help with the sale. But I decided, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'll just go as far as Nashville, and I'll get home a day or 2 earlier than I planned. Well, then the first set of friends ended up, that are on the way to Nashville, ended up making plans to go on vacation to Canada. Then the next thing I heard was the second set of friends needed to go out of the country for a health issue, for some treatments. And then my third set, I was a little concerned for them because he's recently had a surgery and she's recently started a new job, and their son moved, and they're just going through a ton of transition right now. So maybe I thought maybe it's not the best time for me to stop by. Well, then my girlfriend that's coming from England, her training she was coming for got extended another day, which would have shortened our time together. Okay, so I thought at that point, wow, maybe I'm just not meant to go on this trip. Maybe this just isn't meant to be. And I kind of sat with it and I thought, I feel like everything is telling me don't go on this trip, right? So I opened up my schedule and I got a whole bunch of work done yesterday and today instead of traveling, and also got to spend time with my beloved that I would not have gotten to spend. And then this last night, my girlfriend from England was supposed to land in Nashville at 10 p.m. last night. And as of like 7:30 this morning, she was stuck from a canceled flight and not even on her way to Nashville yet. So she wouldn't even have been there. I mean, I'm sorry, Andrea. It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm laughing because I cannot believe how many ways the universe, God, Holy Spirit, divine intervention, angels, guidance, whatever it is, my emotional guidance system, how many ways I was, I got the message, or I felt like, no, I don't think I'm meant to do that. I mean, I felt really bad ultimately because at the beginning, because I thought, gosh, I really should go all out to try to see Andrea because she's coming all the way across the ocean. And what's a 9-hour drive one way for a day? But our time was going to get cut really short with each other because of the added training. And then her flight got canceled. And now, I'm not even sure she's made it yet. I need to check back and see how it's going for her. But anyway, here's why I'm telling you the story. I'm telling you the story because your instincts, your intuition, your gut, whatever it is, will talk to you. If you listen, will give you some indication of what's best for you or what's not best for you. For whatever reason, because something bigger than us knows the whole picture, right? Has what we call the helicopter view, can see much more than we can see. We can kind of see a little bit forward and that's about it. But there's a helicopter view that something bigger than us has. And that's who's also connected with our emotional guidance system. And so you can trust yourself because you're full of all the answers. It's just a matter of tapping into them and believing yourself and trusting in yourself. Trusting that all is well. You know what you're doing, and every decision you make will give you feedback on the next decision. So anyway, I wish you a glorious, wonderful weekend. And by the way, I just put 3 appointments in my calendar for next week to do breakthrough coaching calls for free. So if 3 of you let me know. You can schedule those calls if you would like them. They're free. There's no obligation other than, showing up and us having a chat about your lives and seeing what you might need or not, and how I can serve you or not. So anyway, have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.